Hello guys, good afternoon and we are back for our third series natin. I think this is the earliest third series na na-cover natin ngayon. Is it raining? Yeah, parang umambon saglit. Saglit, literal na saglit. Like, parang may nagwisik lang. Wala pang 5 seconds yung narinig kong patak ng ambon.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds to ban.
But as of now, we are waiting for the fifth ban on both sides. So, yun nga pala. Magalaban ngayon will be Gaimin Gladiators up against Tundra Esports. So, this is the upper bracket finals. Whoever wins this will be going towards the grand finals. Waiting kung sino man yung makakalaban nila dito for the grand finals on this Bali Major. Now, fifth ban is what we're waiting for Tundra. And madami-dami pa naman sila dito ng reserve time. An opening pick for Gaimin, which is Timber, Broodmother. This is kind of a good opening. Like, versatile hero at the same time. Then these are the meta heroes also. So I think okay naman to for Gaimin Gladiators. Now, Tiny is one of the heroes that suddenly is showing up. I mean, it was Quest Esports, yung parang gumagamit na itong Tiny mid, not Tiny support. Azure Ray, yeah, gumamit din sila ng Tiny support and it was FY during that time. But now, grabbing up Snapfire for the side of Tundra might be their mid hero to deal with the Timbersaw.
Seconds. 5 seconds.
So we're just waiting right now for the third and fourth pick on Gaimin Gladiators. Marami-rami pa naman tayong options dito.
Radiant must choose. Rubik. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick. Bat Rider!
So after getting Rubik for the side of Gaimin Gladiators, a quick Bat Rider pick for Gaimin. So this might be their two supports for Gladiator squad. Tundra Esports, I don't know what's missing. Most likely offlane and safe lane hero yung hinahanap ng Tundra Esports dito. I don't think it's gonna be smart move to pick their safe lane first. Much better ata kung offlane muna yung pakita ng Tundra Esports. But if we're gonna talk about safe lane, yeah, madami pa namang open. Actually, ilan lang naman yung safe lane hero na ban out dito. Isang nga lang, Naga Siren. So, Tide Hunter, even though they have Rubik, they're still gonna grab this Tide Hunter. As long as di mo naman makukuha yung Ravage, di mo mapapaagaw yung Ravage, then I think Tide Hunter is not a bad choice.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Dire's ban. It is Radiant's ban. 10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to pick.
So now for the last pick on Gaming Gladiators, ang inaantay natin.
Dire must choose.
Faceless Void.
And they'll be grabbing Faceless Void. Well, that's one way for you to start the fight. And maybe kill the Tide Hunter if needed. Chronosphere, wala naman tayong pa sa Kraken Shield dyan. You can easily just throw this Chakram over to the Tide Hunter. If you have enough damage, pwede mo namang unahin yung Tide Hunter if you're Gaming Gladiators. Meanwhile, for Tundra Esports, they have something that could save their teammates inside the Chronosphere, which is yung Pagna. So, positioning-wise is a little bit important for Pagna this game dahil siya yung magiging saving grace for Tundra Esports. Meanwhile, we're looking for a safe lane hero that should be able to deal with the Faceless Void. I'm not sure about Wraith King since I think it was Tundra who picked Wraith King before. Yeah, up against Liquid. Sniper yung safe lane in Liquid dun. So, I think doable pa rin naman yung Wraith King this game. Not sure about the lane stage since we might be laning up against Brood. So, baka mahirapan yung Wraith King dito. Pero up against Faceless Void Chronosphere, like, wala ka namang problem, diba? Shoutout nga pala kay Vincent Yap. Yan. Good afternoon, boss, and welcome sa ating stream. Do let me know, guys, if may narinig kayong ibang sounds kapag nagsasalita ako kasi hinabad ko yung headset ko so baka mamaya narinig yung... Nag-speaker na lang ako sa in-game sound. Baka mamaya kasi naririnig nyo rin yung in-game sound sa mismong mic ko. Ang init kasi sobra, kaya ayokong suotin yung headset.
Stand stands ready. Your hero. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain.
Продано.
Ooh, okay, Sven for Tundra. Yeah, you have Warcry, so Armor this game hindi naman sobrang laki ng value, but it does helps. The way you lane up against the Broodmother is one of the main reason kung bakit sila nag-Sven for Tundra. I think wala siyang problem for the spawn spider links. Tingnan natin, I mean, they have this big initiation tool for Tundra, which is Tide Hunter, Ravage into a quick swoop damage from Skitter, diba, with this Sven. So it's all about initiation para sa game na to.
Prepare for battle.
Now you're fish food.
So here we are. Game 1 of our third series for today. And magkakaroon tayo ng pause.
I almost trust you. Oh.
Time to earn myself a bad reputation.
You mad? 'Cause I am. Ha!
The true heroes are the ones who wait all the way. 30 seconds and counting.
So here we are, back to the game itself. Kaka-resume lang naman. And at this point, tignan natin kung sakaling dire-diretso ba yung Tundra Esports even though they have a stand-in, yung coach nila, or Gladiators pa rin yung magpe-prevail. And waiting sa Grand Finals, hoping for another major title for Gladiators. I mean, history is being made by Gladiators so far. So 33 is dropping low. Another blood grenade will be used. This time it's over to Dirakyo, who's dropping low as well. He'll time his way out here. Just need to be careful. And as for Celeris, looking for opportunity to maybe take out the Tide Hunter. Meron ulit siyang Flame Break, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to finish him off. And actually, he'll try zoning out the Tide Hunter. And Ayuwi, like everybody's low on HP. If there's a Bloodseeker this game, parang sobrang bilis niya na at this point. Oh god, 33. Oh, Celery, body blocks for sneaking. Not gonna work out. There, Gosh. Over to Dirakyo. Still on cooldown yung kanyang time off dito. He'll pop the magic stick. Should be enough para na makasurvive. And back on farming para sa Faces Void. Mid lane action. We do have 9 up against Queen. Snapfire up against Timber. I don't think kaya niyang patayin yung Timber sa dito. Like, he has damage, yes. Pero kailangan niya pata ng ultimate niya para lang maging enough. Yung kanyang burst. And of course, +1 hero is needed. Fade Bolt and Skeeter. Warcry used. They have lift for Tofu. Killing Lotus, makukuha pa rin naman ni Ace. So it's a big help. Snaking dito. The body blocks for Dracula. Now they also have the Firefly for Celery, and that should be enough to take him out. Snaking goes down. First blood secured para kay Celery. So there we have it. Uy, shoutout nga pala kay J-Lord Saldana. Pasensya na guys if ever na hindi ko agad babasa yung comment nyo. Kasi hindi ako naka-dual screen eh.
What have we here?
Avalanche over to the Timbersaw. Queen, can they survive from this? Unfortunately, yung Scatter Blast, hindi siya yung point blank range. So, wala yung bonus damage given. And as for Queen, he'll live. So, makapag-regen out pa naman siya under the tower. Has Ring of Health, I believe. Yep, may Ring of Health siya on top of bottle. Level 2 reactive armor. So, kailangan niya lang siguro ng creep wave. Pero Queen is dropping low. Cameraman. Okay, no need. Since Tofu ata yung gustong mas makita ng cameraman dito, di ka na mabibigyan ni Ayui. Medyo kapos yung damage dito for Tundra Esports. Ace will man up, try to deal with Skeeter. So again, medyo maingat yung magkabilang team. Still 1-0 in a 5-minute game. We're going for Atos para sa ating Snapper. So at least, diba? Pwede siya mag-scale up into late game, giving the Universal Hero yung Snapper ngayon. Pwede siya mag-right click later on. As for Celery, Firefly was used. Just trying to dish out damage up against 33. Does have the Ring of Health, and it's only level 2 Firefly, so it won't help that much for the Batrider. And actually, okay, kala ko maka-attack niya pa yung creep wave eh. Awi 2000 on top. And tamang right click pa rin naman over to Tofu, who's been surrounded. That was 3 heroes with a rotation from Snaking. Avalanche finally comes in. And Skeeter dito, a couple of right clicks, or maybe Aoi will be the one to grab this. Takes out Tofu. So nice rotation for the Tiny.
Sorry,
well, another hero dead. This time is over to the Tundra. That's a big kill. 9 goes down. Rotation from Celery is going to be successful. On to the next one. They're looking towards to Aoi. Pero hindi naman naabot dito yung Timbers. So he does have his level 6. Pero no point of chasing down a Pugna that's too far away from them to reach. So Ace. Over top lane. 1v1 situation. Up against Killer. I think okay lang naman si Ace dito. I mean, medyo masakit na talaga yung cleave damage since wala namang armor dyan. Mas lang kasi tinabuta ka ng cleave, then hindi mo naman marireduce yan. Uy, shoutout din nga pala kay Charles Dura. Yan, magandang hapon sa'yo, boss, and welcome sa ating stream.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
So good afternoon guys, and 7 minutes mark, we have Avalanche para kay Snake. Actually, ito simula niya dito together with the Avalanche and securing the water wisdom rune successfully para kay Snaking. And speaking of Snaking, there goes the pressure given by Celery. So even exchange na naman for the wisdom. And what's happening? Going for Meteor Hammer para sa ating fight. Actually available na nga ata yung kanyang Meteor Hammer dito. So it should be good. Mas makakapag-apply na siya ng pressure sa may bot lane, especially sa tower. As for Queen, queuing up Arcane Boots para sa next item choice, yung energy booster. Top lane, back on farming, or both core hero. Yeah, we have level 6 para sa Sven. Hindi ko lang sure kung meron siyang magandang kukunin ditong stacks para lang magamit yung God's Strike agad. But as for Queen, again, just manning up 9 in trouble. Once again, they have the Avalanche for Snaking. tries and turn this with a Storm Hammer. Chakram trying to help him out, not gonna be enough. Godsync was used for Skeeter, and that's Batrider dead. 4 heroes right there for the side of Tundra, making sure they won't be able to kill the Snapper. Quinn dito, tamang jungle na nga lang, does have the regeneration rune, so no big deal about this. Pwede pa nga siya mag-ancient. Meron ba stacks? Oh, may sakto pa, meron pang ancient stacks para kay Quinn. So, sobrang sulit ng regeneration rune for the Timbersaw.
Scanning for enemies. Radiant should look to their middle tower.
Skeeter dito, the Storm Hammer will be there. And that's the Sven down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gold!
And over to the Broodmother. They had the Fireside Cookie to set things up with the Mortimer Kisses. Ace still alive though. The Crossfire will be dropped, but it won't be enough to save Ace. He finally goes down. And as for Dirakio, there won't be any follow-up for his ultimate. He needs to disengage. And there goes the Snapfire. I think di naman nila abutan dito si Dirakio. He's safe and sound, disengaging for now. Stormhammer use. Skeeter down to half HP, and Chakram whirling that, down he goes. Well, there goes the Avalanche. Quinn dito, delikado pa nga. Timber chain out para sa ating Timber.
For Dire's middle tower.
That should help.
Stolen Scatter Blast para sa Rubik. Middle lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now top lane action, Dirakio dito. Will manning up, takes out Snaking. Lifelane won't be able to finish him off. Ayu without 2000 dito will be the next target. They crept over to himself. But Anthony Chakram for Quinn. Double kill secured for the Timber. And on to Celery. He found their next target. It is 9. And that's their mid hero for the side of Tundra. Takes him out, 7-3 yung score. 1k lead for Gaimin Gladiators.
Is little hope for Dire's middle tower. Dire structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is no more.
Oh, 33. He's been surrounded. And he'll be first taken out by the heroes of Gladiators. Actually, Snaking tries to help out. And now has been caught also. That's 2 down for the side of Tundra. Now looking at the net worth, it's top 3 is on the side of Gladiators. Di naman ganun nilalayo yung net worth nila. Pero nagbi-build up na kahit papano, especially for the support. They're getting their items.
Look to their bottom tower.
13 minutes. And Celery dito, malapit na rin sa kanyang Blink Dagger. That's a Batrider position 5. Snaking dito, aabutan pa nga. And might be the one to fall. And for 33, yeah, this is not the ideal matchup. Timber up against Tide Hunter, pero papunta naman yung teammates dito ni 33, just hoping that Queen will be staying a little bit further. Pero mukhang makakaramdam naman si Queen dito. And he knows that he's not unkillable. And then yung burst, yung magic damage for Tundra, so he needs to be careful about this. The Stolen Avalanche para kay Tofu, they have the gush for the slow steal, and here goes Quinn, joining the fight for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Pero disengage lang muna for Tundra.
Double damage.
4K advantage for Gaimin. 10-3 yung score. Malapit na rin tayo sa Blink Dagger para kay Celery. And for the Timbersaw, he's going for Kaya Sanj after getting his Vanguard. And actually on its way na yung kanyang Kaya dito.
I'll take that.
Dahlia should look to their top tower.
That should help.
Oh, the Flaming Lasso starting the fight for the side of Gladiators. It's over to 33. I think it's the worst target so far to begin with. So as for 33, he'll be keep on running away, rejoining his teammates, hoping they might be having a chance to turn this fight around. They had a Ravage. Now Life Drink connects over to the Timbers, so still won't commit for the Ravage. Stolen from the Rubik, pero let's go over to the Sven. Timber goes down. 33 releases the Ravage, and how about the next one? Snaking blinks in. Flame Break over to Snaking. They might be looking for a much easier one. Might be the Tiny with a Stolen Stormhammer from Tofu. Catches Snaking. Snaking with the Avalanche Toss. Over to the Sven. The Batrider. Corn Spear has been dropped. Draco dito dropping low. Timex his way out. Will be fine. They've managed to take out the Tiny. Now Tofu dito might be next. Has the lift. The damage too much coming out from Skitter. Takes out 2 right now for Gladiators. Now there goes another Scatter Blast. But they managed to dodge out with a Blink Dagger from Skitter. And that should be a big win for Tundra. I mean, it was 33 after using the spell still for Rubik. Then he immediately throw his Ravage. Yun lang naman yun. Expecting na wala nang kukuha ng Ravage niya dahil ginamit na yung spell still. "17 minutes and medyo naka-recover in Tundra Esports from the previous fight. So Queen, he really needs those status resistance. So maybe try to farm the Sanj yet. Sanj first. Meron naman tayong Aether Lens para sa Rubik. So just a good positioning, and pwede naman niya makuha dito yung Ravage ng Tide Hunter. Now, do found Skeeter. Flame Break, Chakram, the grab. It might backfire. Pero pure damage lang naman yung Chakram dito, so it won't increase. But they have the Stolen Avalanche from Tofu, keeping it in place. Takes out Skeeter. And there goes the Pugna, the second one to fall. 2 down for the side of Tundra. So Gaimin Gladiators striking back with a much bigger trade. 2 down in exchange of nothing. And dapat ay panganala dun is yung Sven, yung position 1 hero for the side of Tundra.
Tower is under attack. Dire should look to their top tower. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sobrang dami nagagawa ng Rubik. Sobrang ganda ng Rubik sa game na to. Ang dami mong pwedeng kuning spell. Avalanche, Stormhammer. Like, sobrang ganda na ito pang interrupt kung ano man yung gusto gawin ng Tundra. Especially Ravage, of course. And actually this time, Tundra Esports would the one to make their move over to the Batrider. Will be able to take him out. Pero andito naman yung quick trade for the side of Gladiators. Over to Snaking. The Stormhammer will be released. And another Stolen Hammer para sa ating Rubik. Well, force staff. Available na rin para kay Tofu. Ang yaman ng Rubik. Aether Lens, 4 staff available. 19 minutes. And Aoi 2000 might be a little bit too deep. He's not expecting Queen will be there. And that's a part not down. Now they're going for the objective. Since available naman yung spawn spiderlings para kay Ace, Queen will be the one to tank this one. Meron naman tayong fortification for Tundra if needed. And still, Gladiators getting their lead, 6k up.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire have fortified their structures against attack. Dire should look to their top tower. Radiant's bottom tower is in danger. Dire's top tower is under attack. Top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Its middle tower is under attack.
Hold on to your taters.
The Radiant scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What have we here?
So there go to Flaming Lasso. This time it's over to 9. Chakram, mo hindi naman naabot para kay Queen. Atos to try and catch the Batrider with the Avalanche toss play. Godstrength, Stormhammer trying to finish off the Batrider, but they have the Chronos. It might backfire. They have the kisses for the follow-up and takes out the Batrider, but same goes with Sven. He'll be the first casualty for the set of Tundra Esports. And now, what's gonna be their damage step up to Quinn? Quinn going for the chase. Ravage finally comes up, but it was too late. He goes down afterwards. So Tidehunter is dead after releasing the Ravage, and this is going to be another objective for Gladiators to secure. Hindi ko sure, boss eh. I mean, dapat soundproof yung boot nila. If not, yung headset dapat laging suot ng maayos, like yung soundproofing headset. Totally pangit kapag naririnig talaga yung caster or yung audience. So Roshan secured. It's 8k lead for Gladiators. Let's make it 7k, sorry. Aegis belongs to Dirakyo. Faces Void, that going for Milnir, meron na siyang BKB. Gaming na naman nanalo niyan. Well, di malabo. I mean, ang lakas ng Gaming Gladiators eh. I think so far, sila yung pinaka-consistent na team na nakita natin, di ba? In the entire season, talagang grabing performance and dominance yung pinapakita nila dito. Di malabong sila yung mag-champion for this major. And as for Gladiators, they're on to Aoi 2000, and the Chakram could be enough to finish him off. The chase will be continuing over to another support. That's gonna be the Tiny. Lasso use, Chakram double kill para kay Queen. And Tofu with a stolen life drain. Alright, malaking bagay nito for Rubik. At least magkakaroon sila ng extra sustain for the side of Gladiators. And magandang follow-up din naman inside the Chronosphere, diba? Level 1 life drain, di naman ganun kataasan yung damage. Pero yung sustain given, it helps. Going for Ags para sa Tide Hunter. So, readying for the deep push potential. Since ina-expect nila dito that later on, Gladiators will be knocking on their third tower. Kailangan nila ng pan-deep push. And yung Gush, one of the best dahil armor reduction din yan. Low cooldown spell. Aside from that, Scatter Blast lang yung meron sila eh. Yung Nether Blast, medyo mahirap. $24 in and continuous pa naman dito sa pagkahawak ng lead yung Gladiators.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is fallen.
But that's 7k lead for Gladiators.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Scanning for enemies.
So at this point, tamang farm lang naman for Tundra. Medyo mahirap pa yung recovery. Shoutout nga pala kay Hasil Hard. Yan. Good afternoon sa'yo, sir, and welcome po sa ating stream.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, Queen is just zoning them out. And Nine's gonna be in trouble. They have the detection for the Snapfire. Celery suddenly shows up,
They got us.
ready to claim his life. Now, they might be looking for Dracula with a Ravage for the follow-up control. Do they have enough burst? No, Dracula will maybe pop his BKB in time because we out here. Can they fight back? Looks like they want to, but there won't be any follow-up left for the side of Gladiators. So, time for them to disengage. Knowing that down yung Ravage, this might be a good opportunity for Gladiators to actually strike back. maybe get the final outer tower remaining on the side of Tundra, which is in tier 2 bottom tower. We have BKB for the Batrider. And going for Butterfly para kay Dracula, and has the double damage. Oh god. Yeah, good luck. Kasi yun naman yung mahuhuli dito ni Dracula. Pinattled niya yung double damage, so you can wait for an opportunity to use this. Now, as for Queen, just taking out the tier 2 bottom tower. That's the final outer tower remaining for Tundra. They don't have the Aegis anymore, so time for them to push. Flaming Lasso starting the fight for them. Can they put the Tiny on the low ground? Yes, they can. Snaking dito. It's gonna be in big trouble. Dracula, time his way in. Wala nga lang magiging target for the Chronosphere. And disengage na muna para kay Dracula. Now over to the tier 3 bottom tower. They have the Meteor Hammer coming out from 33. And throwing those gush, Dracula pops a double damage, trying to deal with the tower itself. He needs to be careful. Wala pa rin siyang PKB for 8 more seconds. And as for 9, he's cutting the wave on bottom lane. Nicely done for the Snapfire, buying enough time for his team to actually farm, especially for the Sven. Sven's going for MKB for his next item. Since Muga Butterfly faces Void, that's a good choice. Actually, we have Stolen Ravage for the Rubik. I mean, ngayon ko lang napansin to Wow. I mean, this is huge for the next team fight. Yeah, we are good, sabi nga ni Celery dito. Not in-game. Ay lang, tamang friendly chat lang naman.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Malapit-lapit na tayo sa Site of Vice. And for the Faces Void, finally available na rin yung MKB is going... yung Butterfly, sorry. Is going for MKB. So, these are the items that deals magic damage kahit pa paano. So, finally ignoring armor. Especially for Sven, diba? Pag nakapag-Warcry. Unfortunately, Snaking here will be caught. And there's nothing he can do about this. Snaking goes down for 40. They still have Ravage, and I think mga 2 minutes pa to bago mag-expire. Salera dito is on to 9. Well, he'll pop his BKB. Should be able to try and stick and fight back. Ace will be joining in. Medyo malayang Rubik, but he's trying to group up with his teammates. That's have the Ravage! Finally use it over to the Sven. The controls gave him the Stolen Hammer. Sven, wala nang galawan moments, and that's it. He's out for 70. Fight Hunters pushing the bottom lane still. That was Ravage use para sa Rubik.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is no longer. Dire's structures are fortified.
Chronosphere drop onto 2, dealing with the Pugna first. Gonna pop the BKB para kay Dracula. Now aiming down 33. Still has his Ravage, but I guess he'll wait for his 5 cycle. That's the Ravage this time. Connects onto multiple heroes. Just a defensive Ravage. Still won't be enough. Mamatay pa rin naman dito sa 33. And might be a set of racks to secure for the side of Gladiators. There won't be any fortification to protect this third tower for Tundra. Yeah, mukhang set of racks na to. Still stolen hammer pa rin naman for Rubik. Parang no need naman nakunin niya pa dito yung Ravage kasi ginamit niya na kanina yung Ravage. So kahit makuha niya yung Ravage sa Tide Hunter, not available. Still, worth pa rin na, worth a try na po kung sakaling hindi niya papalitan. Antayin yung cooldown, but hang on, got strength use over to Ace. Ace got deleted immediately by Skater. Nice damage. But now what? They don't have any control left. Losing to the process for the side of Tundra, and a buyback use for the Tiny. There goes the Gush over to Skeeter. Skeeter still alive, getting kited down. The Gush is about to warn off, and they're going for the set of racks on middle lane. Will be able to claim this. Barely will be throwing the Gush. Will be protected by the live lane, and disengage carefully for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Or maybe they want to continue, but they have the toss back play over to the Faceless Void. Can they burst them down? Maybe they can. They have enough stun for them to deal with. And they have the Storm Hammer thrown over to Sneaking. Sneaking Dito still alive. Will do man up. Try to heal the shop Queen. Queen. Toss back play once again is available. Trying to hold him with a Storm Hammer with a life drain. Queen was taken out. 3 big cores down for Gladiators. When exchange of a 2 set of racks, I think okay na okay pa rin yung Gladiators dito.
Only other bats will know we're still here. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Well, there goes the Sven, and rush attempt for Tundra. Alright. Sila pa yung makakuha ng Roshan dito. Second Roshan, so Aegis and Cheese. They might be able to buy enough time for them to grab their next key items. Di ko lang sure kung ano yung mga kukunin pa nila dito.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
I'm not sure what the plan is for Gladiators, knowing na merong Aegis dito yung Tundra, pero parang feeling ko kaya pa nila labanan yung Tundra Esports kahit may Aegis. Well,
Of oblivion.
that's Pagna dead.
Regeneration. What have we here?
So we still have almost 3 minutes bago mag-expire yung Aegis for the side of Tundra. So no Pagna for 15 seconds. I think it won't matter. Possible pang save lang naman to sa Chronosphere. And mukhang wala pa naman nullifier for Gladiators. I'm correct. Yeah, wala naman sila nullifier pang remove ng the Crep. Another stolen life drain para sa Rubik. So we are just waiting right now kung ano yung magiging next move for both sides. And looks like farm all the way yung magiging call nila dito. Well, isang set of racks na lang naman na yung kukunin ng Gladiators and masisecure naman nila yung Mega Clips. So 17k lead for Gladiators and looking good.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They might be able to start the fight over the Dracula. This might be a good initiation. There goes the Ravage. Is it going to be enough to finish him off? No, yes, it will be. 90 seconds out for the Faceless Void. What a good pickup for the side of Tundra. Nicely done on setting that kill over to the Faceless Void. Rubick wasn't able to react in time to get the Ravage. And wala rin ata siyang shard upgrade. Hindi, meron siyang shard. Pero hindi niya naligtas yung Faceless Void. So anyway. That was a big kill for Tundra. Though I'm not sure kung ano yung makukuha ng Tundra Esports while down for 60 yung Faceless Void. Maybe the outer towers. I mean, wala silang Ravage, wala silang God Strength. So medyo risky pa rin naman for Tundra if ever magkakaroon tayo ng teamfights dito. Well, snaking. Yeah, Skeeter. Blinks out. TP's out. He's safe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Its middle tower is under attack.
So Aegis do expires for the Sven. And ano ba to? MKB ba to para sa Sven? I think kailangan niya ng MKB. Since merong butterfly yung Faces Void, so it really helps. Meron naman siyang Silver Edge. Oh, hang on! That's gonna be over to Queen. Well, he got trapped. They have the controls. There goes Celery with a Ravage comes off for 33. Diracchio with a 5-man Chronosphere hitting them all over everybody for the side of Tundra Esports takes out the Snapfire first. Now over to the Sven getting controlled heavily. That's 2 down for the side of Tundra. Gosh will be used. 33 trying to disengage. Aoi not gonna be so lucky. He goes down. Triple buyback is for Tundra Esports. The biggest hero doesn't have his own buyback. That's the Sven who's currently out for 80. And now as for 33, he'll be next. The Jackham, the Force Step will be able to keep him alive. Snaking Tito might be next. Boomerang Cape will be able to protect him with an Avalanche. Connecting all the 2 heroes. Mortimer Kills coming out for 9. And now over to Diracchio. Diracchio, time looks out. Should be enough. Stolen kisses for the Rubik. Just raining down upon Tundra. Flame Break use. And there goes 33. Another blinks in. Gosh use. And looks like Gladiators will be hitting this set of racks sa bottom lane. Fortification finally committed by the Rakidito. Time in the first time box. Well, set of racks is exposed. No fortification left for Tundra. They do found the Bat Rider, but across the board, Snapper goes down for 100. This might be the game. 33 trying to run. Aoi not gonna be lucky, and down he goes. GG has been called already. Gladiators taking the game 1 of the best of 3 series. What a performance for Gladiators. I mean, safe to say na it's almost one-sided yung nakita natin dito for Gladiators. Tundra Esports, they're trying their best. Pero wala eh. Wala silang makuha magandang team fight. Nagkaroon sila ng magandang pick-off, yes. That was two consecutive deaths for Dyrachyo. Ayun lang yung parang maganda nangyari for Tundra. Then the rest, sobrang outplayed. Gladiators, they're just one step ahead always up against Tundra in terms of team fights. Sobrang ganda yung pinakita nito. And that final fight for Dyrachyo, diba? Big Chronosphere use. Speechless talaga tayo for Gladiators. I mean, sobrang lupit na itong team na to. Sobrang consistent. And I won't be surprised kung sila yung magiging TI champion natin. Actually, gusto ko ang sila yung maging TI champion natin. Like, that was a history, diba? Like, isang buong season ng DPC natin, sila lang nanalo. No one has ever done that. And ang hirap i-maintain ng isang team like na sobrang top yung performance niya palagi. So for Gladiators, nagagawa nila yung ganong performance. And Game 1 belongs to them. Magbabalik pa naman tayo for the Game 2 after the short break. So thanks so much for watching guys and be right back tayo.